Okay, so I think we are live. I see Sabine. Hi, Sabine. How are you? Thanks for coming by. All right, so we are live now on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. And I want to welcome you all to my art sale called the Basement Art Sale. And because I've been painting for a lot of years, I've gone through a lot of different styles and inspiration. And some of it ended up in my basement. So recently I went through and found just a handful that I want to share with you all today. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Trina Churchill, and we are streaming here live from my studio in Los Feliz in Los Angeles. You're welcome to leave a comment. Let me know where you are all coming in from. And also that goes for if you have a question along the way or comment, feel free to put it in the comments where you are watching from. Hi, Walba. Hi. Nice to see you. Okay, so on the program today, I have 27 pieces that I will show you. The first portion, it's a lot of animal paintings. Majority of them are rabbits. I love rabbits. And then the second part of it is more people, and they have changed quite a bit over the years, but you'll get to see how I used to paint people. So let me get started. Actually, before I get started, important, I should tell you how you could purchase. If you're interested in any of the pieces that you see here, you can go, if you're on Instagram, you would go to my profile, has a link that has an instant shopping page. Or of course, if you just have questions or want to know more, you can always email me or send me a message. But if you know right away, you can go to that and just do an instant checkout. And for you watching on Facebook and YouTube, you may notice I have a skull on the bottom part of the image or the screen. And that gives you a link to that very same purchase page. It's called www.trinachurchill.com/basement-sale. Okay, so that leads me to the next. Let's go to the first painting. So it's right behind me. I'm kind of been hiding a little bit, but here it is. It is called Rabbit. And it's a diptych, so it's a painting that is comprised of two canvases put together to make a whole. And so the rabbits jump from one space to the other. And it's painted very sort of realistically and has a lot of textures to it. I'll show you up closer in a minute. And then I just wanted to point out first that the background is pretty subtle, but there's a little bit of difference between the two areas. One has just this kind of white circle, and another one has kind of like a white stripe right there. So I'll take this off so you can see a little closer what that texture is like. Oops, let me see. I'm trying to steer two cameras here. So
Shoot, come on.
This one. There. Together, it measures 20 by 32 inches, and it's $450. See if you can see more texture. Oh, bunny tail. Okay. Okay, number 2 is a small watercolor drawing. It's framed. It's from my Fantasy World series. And the way I created these were typically start out with just a wash of watercolor, see the background, and then I would build upon that. I would build a fantasy animal and typically some botanical plants. And this one is called the Unicorn Butterfly. So it's watercolor. It also has a little bit, oops, sorry, Instagram. It also has a little bit of color pencil marking on it. There's a bit of reflection there, hope you can see it. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me on Instagram? Can someone let me know that you hear me? And let me see. Are you hearing me, Spencer? No? Okay, I hope you hear me. I don't know. Let me know if you cannot hear me. Let me know in the comments, please. Okay, if not, I will carry on. Okay, next one is called number 3. Number 3 is called the dog that could fly. It's 7 by 8, $95. So again, watercolor, color pencil, and that's it. Number 4 is called Monkey, 7 by 9, also $95. It's framed. Watercolor drawing, actually you also see a little bit of the paper. I think it's kind of nice. You see the natural edge of the paper, so it's a float mount frame. Has a volcano in the background. I have another thing for volcano. I think they're fascinating. Okay, so now we're moving back to some rabbits. I have 8 rabbits for you, and they were part of a series. I'll show you the first one. Number 5, it's called Rabbit. I just call it Rabbit with Pink. So Rabbit Pink, and it measures 12 by 10 inches, and it is, let's see, it is $250. And so this was part of a series I did that was actually an installation. So it was combined painting with a sculptural element of fabric. And they were hung side by side to make the whole. In the end, when I looked at them years later, I just really liked the portraits themselves, and I didn't feel that they needed all the other stuff around them. So here today, I'm presenting just the portraits by themselves. And you'll see there are 8 of them. The color is very much inspired actually from Renaissance paintings. Back then, I studied the paintings closely. I just was so into these like kind of pastel colors, but also very earthy and rich. And they actually made with very few colors in itself. Like I mixed a lot of I think I had maybe only a 5-color palette, so lots of earth tones and alizarin red and some ochre yellow. And with those very limited colors, I was able to get very sort of rich, kind of Renaissance-y inspired colors. So that's about the background. The rabbit itself is just painted kind of realistically, although kind of funnily too. And you will see it has some good texture on it as well. So that was number 5.
Why?
Number 6. Number 6 is called Rabbit Light Pink. And same feel, 12 by 10 inches. It's painted oil on a wood panel. And it's $250. Also, what I like about some of these paintings is they actually work nice as pairs. So if I were to show you these 2 paintings together, kind of looks cool, I think. Side by side. An option. Number 7. Hi, Kama. How are you? So you just joined us. Thanks for coming in. I know Kama really loves this one. This is the rabbit that's with the yellow. He's a young guy, very quick. He looks very quick to me. Actually, that's what I tried to do with the rabbits too. I tried to give them just a very different personality and different characters. With an oil on panel, 12 by 10 inches, $250. Number 8. Number 8. So this is rabbit with a tan background. It's a very chilled guy. And I just love painting the fur too. I think it's really fun to get that softness that you just know, holding a rabbit, you just know how soft they are. So oil and wood panel, 12 by 10, $250. This is number 9. Number 9, rabbit with green. He's also, I think he's a younger one. Small ears, eager to go. And wood panel, 12 by 10, $250. And we have this one, number 10. Number 10 is actually sold already. I do send out a little pre-access to my email followers. So if you're interested in that, please make sure to sign up for my emails. And so this one sold yesterday. It is number 10, rabbit with teal, nice big long ears. Oil on panel and 12 by 10. Oops, upside down. Okay, number 11. Number 11, rabbit with blue. And oil and wood panel. This one is an older soul, older guy. Extra soft. Very wise. Okay. And then this is the last one of the rabbits. This one, number 12. It's number 12. And it's rabbit light blue, 12 by 10. This one also is one of the soul rabbits from yesterday. And he has some really cool ears, I think. Oops, trying to get 2 cameras going here at the same time. So I apologize if I missed one. Okay. Those were the rabbits. Let's see. Okay, so now we're moving into a couple of small landscapes and a bird. So first one here is called A New Morning, and it is oil on a board. So it's very thin. It could use a nice frame, I think. I mean, you can actually display it just with pins, but it would feel more finished in a frame. So if you like this painting and you're interested in it, I can get you a small frame for it. But it's an 8 by 10, $100 for A New Morning. And it has this kind of silhouette from a field. Let's see here. Then we have number 14. Number 14 is a small little block. It's a 4 by 4. It's $30. And it's called Bird Calling. So you can see there. It's very textured, actually. It's kind of deep. It's painted on the sides. And that's a great deal of texture right here on his wings and chest. Oops, sorry, I missed you over here. And the next one kind of goes with it, number 15. Number 15. Number 15 is called Summerfield. It's an 8 by 5, also $30. And together they could actually work nicely as a pair. even like this. There you go. And this one, oops, this one laid on, that's another painting that I also think this one could pair nicely with. I'll loop back to it later on. But so this one, Summerfield 4x5, $30. Okay, so just a short break to see if anyone has any questions. Hi. Hi, and it's so nice to see you all there. I get some good waves. Any questions anyone has? Okay, then we'll just move on. If later on you have a question, just feel free to write it and I'll answer it later on. So the next portion is my my figurative stuff of people, and they sort of satirical. Some of them has a great deal of dark humor, a sense of dark humor to them. And for certain, a lot of surrealism is in it. And I think, you know, I grew up in with a dad as a cartoonist, and I think when I look back on some of these older pieces, I think I see why why I got to paint people that way. But let's just start on it. So the first one is called Girl on the Run, and Girl on the Run is still also inspired by some of the Renaissance colors that I were so fond of. I still use that here. Her skin itself has lots of glazes to it to get that kind of skin tone. And she is a girl on the run wearing a younger girl's dress that she's clearly outgrown. It is an oil on canvas, 12 by 10, and it's $250. Painted on the sides here. There you go. Number 17 is a larger piece. It's behind me. Let me just grab it. Oops. It's called The Bride. And so with The Bride, I tried something a little different. It's actually still lots of glazes in the skin tones and build up like that. But then after I painted it, I went back in and sanded it to give it more of a vintage old feel, somewhat. And you can see her hands. Pattern. You know, I have to admit, like when I look at it, I'm not always sure what went through my mind as I was coming up with these ideas. But part of the process would often be to do a drawing first, very not unlike when you do a doodle and it's just like whatever comes to your mind, and then you fine tune it, and then after that I would paint it. So it's just kind of yeah, my imagination really. Next one is called number 18. Is called Girl. Number 18. Number 18, Girl, 20 by 16. It's $550. And see here, fur. She's wearing a fur dress. There we go. It's a very limited palette again. Just making use of that sort of Renaissance technique of having few colors in your palette, and you make a great deal of colors out of it. That was number 18. Now we're moving to number 19. 19. This is number 19. It's called Woman with Boa, and it measures 28 by 17 and a half to be exact. It is oil on panel, on board, and it's $3.25. And there you go. Let's see, number 20 is called Man. Number 20 is called Man with upside down mirror. Same size as the one before. It's 28 by 17 and a half, $3.25. So you'll see there. Wood on board. I mean, wood on board. Did I say that? Oil on board. Okay. Next one is a smaller piece. It is this little guy, and it's number 21. It's called Make a Wish. Make a Wish. It's oil on canvas. And he's jumping out of a birthday cake that has animals on the frosting that are about to become extinct. So let's hope he's making a wish for them not to become extinct. So it's oil on linen. Oil on linen. Number 22. A rose showed up. Number 22, a rose showed up. And it's 12 by 9, 175. And this one actually was, there was another painting that I painted over, and I left a part of it that was the rose, and then I just developed the rose a little bit more. And so it's just this rose is coming out of the darkness. Has again, it has some great texture to it. $175. Okay, next one is number 23. Number 23 is called Also a Girl. It is an oil on canvas, and it's called Girl Dreaming of Prince Charming. So those little things out here, those are actually little icons of Prince Charming's riding away. And here too, I painted it, and then I sand painted as I sanded on top of it, and got back to some of the bottom layers and giving it more of a vintage feel. And so early on, I was talking about a painting that I thought could pair well. And so I realized that these two could be kind of fun to hang side by side, because you would have the Prince Charming could be sort of galloping into this next space. And they have the same depths, and they would ride right along onto the horizon line over here to the side. So it was just an idea I had as I was looking at these pieces. So Girl Dreaming of Prince Charming, 12 by 10, $250. Okay, and then this one. This one is number 24. Man with Crown of Wishbones and a rooster. And this is back again to some of those Renaissance inspired colors, the field, the way the skin is painted. But in the background, you'll notice, if you see up close, that it's actually the horizon line of Los Angeles, spread out, but nevertheless, some of the buildings from downtown LA. Oil on canvas, and it measures 24 by 30 inches and is 400. Paint on the side as well. Go. Okay, the next one up is a little study. It's a self-portrait. Self-portrait from 1999. So yeah, a few years ago. And it's oil on linen. And it just has a lot of glazes to it to get that kind of gloomy, like that skin tone. That's a lot of light in it. 12 by 10, 125. Was number 25. And then we're getting close to the end here. I have two more to show you. This one is called number 26, is Woman with Blue. It's a oil on wood panel, and just hangs on this little wire. It's 8 by 7 inches, and it's 125. And then we have the very last one, is Woman number 27. Number 27. Hey, Jody. Hi. Hi, Rena. So cool to see you here. Okay, this is number 27. It's called Woman with Braid, and same size, 8 by 7, and it's 125. Oil on board, on wood. It's ready to hang right there. Let me show you the details of it. And that's it. So any questions, just let me know. I did put a link in my bio. If you joined late, I have a link in my bio. If there's any of the pieces you're interested in, you can purchase from that very link. Or of course, just reach out if you have any questions or need some more information, just let me know. You can email me, you can direct message me from Instagram, you can message me, you can send a pigeon, whatever it takes, just let me know if you have a question. Okay, thanks so much for coming here today. I am honored that you were here, and have a wonderful rest of the week. Bye.